Hi there, I'm Eddie. Thanks for practicing yoga with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give my video a thumbs up. Thank you. Hello, one and all, and welcome to yoga today. I'm happy that you're here and that we're going to practice together. I think there may be some new people that are here today, so I'd like to begin by introducing myself. My name is Eddie. Thank you so much for coming. This is a wonderful community of people practicing together. Although we may be virtual, we're not in the same room together. There's a lot of wonderful people here who are practicing on such a regular basis, and we really care about each other and we care about each other feeling the best that they can feel. And we do feel as if we are a part of a community. We're non-judgmental. We are not competitive. This is about you feeling the best that you can feel in this moment and letting this practice and letting these teachings really empower you to be the best that you can be. Having said that, please don't push yourself beyond what feels comfortable today. I'll be giving lots of different variations. Some things will be maybe challenging for you. Some things will be maybe easy for you. So it's up to you to modify it beyond what I say, even if that means lying down on your back for a while. Totally fine. At the heart of our yoga practice is nice deep breath, and we're going to actually begin with a little breath today. So I'm looking forward to that very much. Everybody, please take care of yourself first and foremost. So I just mentioned the word empowerment a moment ago, and I want to really use empowerment as our theme today. I read a quote this morning, which I'm going to have to paraphrase, but it basically said, your freedom, you really will only ever be free. Again, I'm paraphrasing, but you will really only ever be free when you realize that you are in charge of you, that you are the boss of you. And it doesn't matter what anyone else says. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. It doesn't matter what the world is doing. It's not about waiting for conditions to change. You are free when you come to accept that you are in charge of you in every moment. And I think we could substitute the word freedom for empowerment. You are empowered when you realize that you are in charge of you in every moment. Again, it's not about waiting for the climate to change and be more pleasant. It's not about waiting for the political regime to change. It's not about waiting for your spouse to wake up on the right side of the bed. It's about realizing that you are in charge of you and you get to decide whether you're going to be happy today or whether you're going to be sad today. You get to decide whether you're going to focus on things that feel good today or whether you're going to focus on things that feel bad today, because life is like a giant buffet and there are a plethora of things that we can give our focus to. You can focus in a way that feels good. You can focus in a way that feels bad. It is your choice. You are empowered to do and be and feel however you want to feel. So don't abdicate that power, which you obviously all are not doing because you have chosen to come to yoga this morning. And I'm so appreciative of that fact. And I look forward to us choosing empowerment, choosing freedom, choosing happiness, choosing well-being, choosing abundance, choosing health. Bring your hands together at your heart. Let's make that choice together right now, each one individually, but also collectively, that this community is choosing empowerment. This community is choosing freedom. This community is choosing self-awareness. This community is choosing well-being right now. We're not waiting for anything outside of us to change. We are empowered. We're choosing it now. Rub your hands together. Make them one. Good. Now I want everyone to feel their energy up. I want you to feel your hearts open. I want you to feel your minds bright. I want you to feel your breath deep. Pull your hands to your heart. Take a slow, deep breath in. Hold it for just a moment. Feel that. Exhale that breath out. Let's do it again. Inhale. Hold it. I am in charge of my vibration. I am in charge of my frequency. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hold it in. I am in charge of my inner radio dial. I tune to the frequency that feels best. Exhale that breath out. Let's chant Om. Take a breath in. Om. Again, 2 more times. Inhale. Om. One more. Inhale. Om. Very good. Take a breath in and out. Let's do a couple preliminary stretches from a seated position. So you're facing forward. Go ahead and walk your hands as far forward as they'll go. Let's stretch our lower back out. Let's release our head. And we'll talk for just a moment about deep ujjayi breathing. For those of you that might not be familiar with it, ideally we breathe in and out through our nose, although we can breathe out through our mouth if we need to. We're looking for a nice audible breath. It sounds like Darth Vader from Star Wars. It has that sound to it, that whispering. I call it the foggy breath. You're fogging the mirror. Go ahead and walk over to the right side. Good. One more breath. Inhale. And walk to the other side. I can choose my focus in any and every moment. I have the power of where I focus. That's my choice. And as soon as I grasp that fundamental concept that I choose my focus, come on back through the center. Even when I'm focusing on things that I don't like, that is my choice. When I realize that, I have the power, I am empowered to change my focus. Twisting. When we practice, we focus on our breath, we focus on our sensation. We focus on our subtle vibration. Let's go to the other side. Really, really good. Yes. Take one more. Okay, bringing yourself back through the center. I'd like you to take your hands for just a moment. Interlace them, turn your palms up, stretch your spine really tall, open those shoulders up. And then we're going to get a little bit crazy here. And as we exhale, I want you to just start shaking your hands. So kind of get rid of any tension. Let it move from your hands down to your elbows, to your arms, to your shoulders. Shimmy, shimmy, shake. Maybe your head goes, maybe you bounce your legs a little bit. Just kind of good. Now flick it off. Open your hands up on your knees. Can you start to feel yourself vibrating right now? So after that, you should absolutely be able to feel that underlying tingle or vibration of your being. We're going to take a couple breaths together. We're going to try and inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 4. So get ready with me. Take a slow, deep breath in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale it out, 2, 3, 4. Powerful. In, 4, and out. And 4, and in. And hold your breath in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 3, 4. Breathe in. Hold it in. We're going to do 8 rounds of this. 3, 4, and out. 3, 4. Breathe in. Hold it in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. Inhale. Hold it in. Be strong, empowered, free, and out. Move your energy up. Hold it in and out. 3 more. Inhale. Hold it in and out. Breathe in. Hold it in. Breathe out. Last round. Breathe in. Hold it in. Breathe out. Good. All right. Feel that. Feel that clarity of your being. Feel that energetic line of your being. Feel the alignment of your being. Feel the focus of your energy, your awareness. Let's bring ourselves all the way up to standing, everybody, and we're going to get ready to move here just a little bit. I really wanted to start with a little breathing exercise this morning. I'm glad that we did that. Focus our energy and our power just a little bit. All right, so power is not just muscular strength, not just physical strength. It's the power to control our focus and the direction that we flow our energy. Hands together at our heart. Let's flow our energy right now through some sun salutations. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Push it out. Exhale it down. We'll break the first one down. Look forward and inhale. Put your hands down, step yourself back, inhale to plank pose and lower. I'm going to come to the ground for the first one. Take a cobra pose for just a moment, heart up, and back to my first downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Walk in place, hold your legs steady, it doesn't matter. I'm the boss of me. I'm in charge of me. Look forward and inhale. Bend your knees. Step or jump all the way to the front and open. Exhale and fold. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Breathe with it. Out. In, look forward. Out, step back to your plank pose. Let's hold that. Inhale. Now maybe we're going to hover this time. Exhale down and stay off the ground. Or go to the floor. Could be up dog or cobra and back to downward facing dog. Now we're probably still a little tight in the legs. Most of us it's morning. And we're just starting these leg stretches here, so that's fine. Give yourself time, walk in place, open it up. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump and open and down. Sweep up to your heart. So that was 2 rounds. Let's do 2 more of that. Inhale. Just getting our energy to flow, releasing some blockage. Inhale, exhale, step or jump back. Inhale to the top of your push-up and down. Back bend of choice. Downward dog. Look forward and inhale. Bend your knees. Step or jump to the front and open. All the way down. Sweep it up. Hands at your heart. Now I want to do one more round like this, please. Inhale. Exhale, folding. Looking forward. Gently step or jump yourself back. Moving through your back bend cycle to downward facing dog and hold it for 5. And then we're going to throw in a little bit of variation, something for strengthening. It'll feel good. It'll feel empowering. Let's take one more breath. So I'm going to have you inhale, rock forward to your plank pose. Side plank, everybody. My new people who may not know this or you want it a little bit lighter, drop your right knee like I'm demonstrating. Stretch your left leg straight. Take your left hand up to the ceiling. So that is your foundation for this pose. Those of us that are going to go to straight legs, go ahead and take both your legs straight. Maybe take your top arm, reach it over your ear. Lift your hips up high. And get that breath flowing. Last one, yes, inhale, come on back through the center. Now, some of you may want to go through a push-up cycle, but some of you are maybe just going to go right onto side 2. I'll demonstrate the basis. Drop your knee down onto the floor, take your right leg straight, take your right hand up. That would be your primary posture for side plank. Those of us going to full side plank, we're stretching both legs straight, maybe even taking the top arm over the ear. Don't let yourself be defeated by a physical posture. Learn how to harmonize with the physical posture. Harmonize your breath with it. Really find the place within it that you can be comfortable. One more. Inhale and exhale. Downward facing dog. Don't give a pose power over you. Be empowered. Choose how you will relate to the pose. Yeah? Look forward and inhale. Bend your knees, lightly step or jump. Get yourself to the front and open. And fold all the way down to your legs. Now we're going to stay in the forward bend for just a moment. So my people who are a little tighter, bend your knees. You could take your hands and wrap them around your elbows. You could put your hands on the ground. You could grab your ankles. And breathing. Very good. Take one more breath. Sweep your arms out. Lift yourself all the way up to the top. Exhale, release your hands down. Now, I'd like you to step your feet together so that they're touching one another. I'm going to turn so I'm facing the camera. You continue to turn and face, or you continue to face forward towards the front of your mat. So your legs are going to touch one another. Your hands are going to come all the way up to the ceiling, and we're going to sit down into a chair pose. Legs are touching, knees are touching, feet are touching one another, okay? Hang out like that for just a moment. Now, can you stand up on your right tiptoe? So your left leg is doing the work. See if you can do that for a moment. If you can go a little bit more, lift your foot up off the ground. Good. Take one more breath. And slowly come on up to standing. Release your hands down. Let's go to the second side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit. Get down in the pose. Can you lift up so that you are on your left tippy toes? Your right foot is flat on the ground. From there, can you stand up and pick the foot up off the ground? It's okay if you can't. Just breathe where you can. One more. Inhale. Stand yourself up. Take a moment, take a nice deep breath in and out. So you're probably thinking that wasn't quite enough work in my legs, so I want to just do a little bit more. Okay, well, I will oblige you then, if that's what you're thinking. So I want you to take your right foot now, and I want you to step it behind your left foot. So take it behind and across just a little bit. Bring your hands together at your heart and begin to sink down. Now I have to keep kind of moving my foot over more and more and more so that I've got the cross. And then I'm down in this kind of curtsying lunge. And if I can, I'm going to take my hands up to the ceiling and maybe let my weight go back a little bit towards the wall behind me. Good, strong leg work. Be empowered. One more. And you bring it up. Step your feet together. Let's go to the second side. So you're going to take your left foot, you're going to bring it around and behind. I'm going to step a little bit further than I did on that first one because I kind of want my front knee to be able to cross over the back knee. I'll start the hands together at the heart. Get into my little squat. Inhale the hands up. This is not a good time for a potty break, some of you. Stay with us. You can do this. 2 more. I used to have a friend, every time like we were in chair pose or a hard pose, he'd always say that was the time he just had to go to the bathroom. Inhale, come on, all the way up. Feet are together. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling, everybody. Exhale, come on all the way into your forward bend, please. Look forward. Keep that right foot where it is. Let's go back, starting in a lunging position, meaning your left toes are curled into the floor, your hands, your heart, your chest are up to the ceiling. Hold this for about 5 breaths. Now, you could do different variations. Hands could be at your heart. You could cross your arms behind your head and do a little bit more of a back bend. That feels quite good to me. Good, and one more. Excellent. So what I'm going to do from here is just switch my back foot. I'm going to take it, angle it, spin it flat on the ground. Now I am in a warrior 1. Still looking forward, but my hands are going to come behind my back. I'm going to interlace those fingers, push the knuckles down, and lift the chest up. Now let's talk about it. If this is too intense for you, straighten your leg. Bring your hands to your heart, right? Plenty of variations. Otherwise, knuckles are pulling down as heart, chest is lifting up. Maybe you're looking up. Now try and fold forward. Some of you will put your fingertips on the ground. Some of you will keep your hands interlaced behind your back and lift them overhead, relaxing your head down nice and low. One more breath. Good. Pull your arms back. Inhale, reach all the way up. I am not done with you just yet. Stay with me. Release your hands so they're pointing back at a diagonal, kind of like a delta wing. Lean forward. Come off that back leg. Try and balance. Now, for some of you, you'll keep the back toe on the ground for stability, or you'll hold a chair. For some of us, we're going to be in a perfectly straight line with our back toes looking down at the ground. Breathing deeply. 2 more. And inhale, stand all the way up. That was a lovely sequence. Release your hands down. Another breath in and out. I feel my heart beating today. That's a good thing. Just catch that breath for a second. Let's inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling. We'll do the same sequence. Come forward. Do you think I can remember it? Inhale, look forward. I bet I can. Keep your left foot forward. Take your right foot back. Inhale your hands up to the ceiling. Okay, so it starts here in this lunging position. I gave you different options. One of the options I gave you last time was cross your arms behind your head, lean your head back into your arms, expand that back bend. So one more breath and release your hands up. The switch will take place in your back foot. Spin it, angle it out on the floor. Hands will come behind your back. Now, interlace those fingers. Push your knuckles down. Lift your chest and your heart up. Inhale and come on all the way forward. Now again, some of us will put our fingertips down on the ground. Some of us will lift our hands high up off our back. Find the place that works for you. Pull your arms back, lift your chest, your arms, your heart all the way up. Release your arms down and back like a delta wing. Lean forward and all the way we slide right off that back leg if we can. And inhale, stand. All right. Hands to your heart, breath in and out. Good. Freedom is knowing that you are in charge of you. You are the boss of you. You get to choose your focus in every moment. Use this opportunity right now to develop your focus. Look into your third eye point. You know, like in the movies, like in Top Gun, there's that like little radar thing locks on to the target. That's what your third eye should feel like. It should feel like you're locking the, I don't know what you call that thing, viewfinder onto the target. Lock your viewfinder onto the intended target. Third eye point. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. I'm sure it's not called a viewfinder in a fighter jet, but oh well. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, gently step or jump yourself back. Maybe move through your back bend if you like. I want to give us another little challenge. Come on down. Some of you may opt out of this challenge by taking child's pose, or maybe this is the moment for your potty break. But if you can, bring your forearms down onto the ground with me. And I'd like you to interlace your fingers so that they are all coming together. We're going to undo the pinkies. We have a nice flat base, and we're going to try and slowly lower until we are in a low plank. Options, you would put your knees down on the ground, and that will make it a lot lighter. Or, like I said, child's pose. Okay, let's hold that right there. Get strong in your core, third chakra energy, power center, navel center. I'm the boss of me. Here I go. I'm going to hold this for about 5 more breaths. Two more. Get more engaged with it. Last one, please. Come all the way down onto your stomach. So let's stretch it out for just a moment. What I'm going to do is pick up my chest, lengthen my belly, and then lower back down onto the floor. So I'm going to bring elbows in front of me. Very simple. We call it Sphinx pose. Fingers are spread. Claw the earth. Draw your chest through. Feel that abdomen stretching. Now, when you exhale, pull your belly button in. When you inhale, draw your heart through. Exhale, squeeze your belly button. Do that about 3 times. Inhale, pull. Very good. Inhale and exhale. We stretched that out. Let's get to downward facing dog. How about a little variation in down dog? Let's do it with our leg lifted up to the ceiling, bending your knees, rolling your hip open. So nice. It's like a split you're kind of doing in down dog, rolling that hip open. Ah. One more where you are, and exhale. Step your right foot up all the way between your hands. We did warrior one earlier. Let's start the second sequence with warrior two. So your arms are going to come straight out to the side. Check out my body. Look at my front knee. Check out my body. Take your arms out to the side. How do you like my body? Sink down nice and low. Spread your arms wide. So I'm looking for as deep of a bend as I can comfortably have in my front knee. Arms are out wide. Let's make a little switch. Let's go into the back hand. Put it on the leg, put it on the hip. Take your right arm. You're going to come up to the ceiling. Reach over you. Now that feels really good to me. I could straighten the front leg, or I could bend the front knee deeper, and both of those are going to give me just slightly different stretches with different levels of intensity. One more inhale. Good, straighten your front leg now. Reach it forward. I'm going to shift, shift, shift. Bring in my right hand down anywhere from my shin to my ankles. Triangle pose. Feel how we went from backwards to forwards. Getting both sides of your spine. What if you took your top arm over your ear? That would be a choice. You could also take your hand behind your back. Keep it straight up to the ceiling. Really, really good. Taking one more breath in. Very good here. Now look down at the floor, bend your front knee. Put your fingers down, take your back foot, point onto the toes so you're in a lunge. Bring your back foot maybe 12 inches closer. Fold forward right over your right leg. Excellent spot for blocks. You're using your muscles every day. You're walking, you're climbing, you're resting, you're sitting. We're always using our muscles in different ways. They do get tight just from practical use, but they also get tight from the thoughts that we're thinking and implanting in them, the stress that we're carrying mentally. So this is your opportunity to really clear yourself out. Take two more. Clear your stress, clear the accumulated physical tension. Keep your left hand down, take your right hand up. It just shifts, it modifies. That hamstring stretch becomes a little bit deeper on the right side. Of course, you can bend your front knee, but you might feel a little bit more in the sciatic nerve, which is not a bad thing. Let the right hip pull back, and you'll feel that quite nervy zing that runs down the right side of your leg. One more deep breath. Perfect. Very good work. Take yourselves back. Let's get into downward facing dog and flow through the vinyasa if we're going to do it. Leave it off if necessary. Left leg goes up to the ceiling, knee rolls open, hip rolls open. Okay, taking your left knee, bringing it all the way up between your hands, spinning your left foot flat. All right, arms out to the side, bend your front knee, sweep those arms wide, sinking low, chest up, heart up. One more. place your right hand down on your leg, put your right hand on your hip, take your left arm, extend it up and all the way back. I can look down at my back foot, that's nice. I can look up to the ceiling, I can look kind of straight ahead. Maybe I'm going to bend my knee deeper, maybe I'm going to straighten my leg. Two more. Straightening that front leg. Let's shift. Bring it down into your triangle. Let it slide down. Right hand up, leaning back. Maybe the arms over your ear. One more inhale. And look down at the ground. Take your back foot, pivot it in, step it forward, and begin to fold over your left leg. So when I personally am doing any of these postures, of course I'm doing them all with you right now, but what I'm feeling for, above all else, is energy flow. I'm feeling for the movement of the subtle current. Where's their blockage? Kind of where's my attention being brought? And then can I open that space and feel the flow again? And then I'm trying to harmonize the flow. I'm trying to balance the flow. And that may seem weird or esoteric if you're not used to talking about energy or feeling energy, but the more you come to this class, the more you're going to feel that you're a tingling, vibrating frequency, vibration of energy. Right hand down, left hand up. And then once you have this awareness that I'm a vibrational being, I'm energy moving through physical matter, then you start to feel it. How do I maximize the expression? How do I allow the fullness of the non-physical energy that I am to flow through the physical apparatus that I am? That's it. I am both a physical apparatus and I am non-physical energy. One more. Inhale. Woo. Place that left hand down. Step yourself back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Back bend. Downward facing dog. Come onto your stomach. Once again, do what you did for me a moment ago. Pick up your chest. Lengthen it forward so your belly is stretched out on the ground. Make a little pillow with your hands. Put your head down. You know, in yoga, we talk a lot about separation consciousness and unity consciousness. The physical apparatus, of course, it is separate from other physical apparatuses, right? You are contained within your shell. The non-physical part of you is not separate. The non-physical part of you is the pure source energy that is flowing to all things at all times throughout the universe. So when you talk about unity consciousness, you need to feel the non-physical part of yourself. To feel that you are not contained simply by the confines of a 150-pound, 5'9" physical body. When you tell someone who's struggling or suffering, my heart is with you, what are you doing? You're actually energetically with them. So we can project ourselves all over the place. When you're hating your boss when work is done, what are you doing? You're projecting your energy outside of yourself. So be aware of your energy and what you are doing with it. Place your hands on the small of your back. Point your toes back. Remember, you're the boss of you. Okay, hands are on the small of your back. Inhale, let's lift the chest and both legs simultaneously. Little back strengthener. Exhale, come down. Let's do that again 2 more times before we hold it. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down, strengthening the apparatus through which the non-physical energy flows. Inhale. Now breathe. Hold that pose right there. Your hands could stay back. Your arms could go out like wings, or they could go straight forward in front of you. It doesn't matter. Feel strong in your body. One more. And lower it all the way down. Turn your head on its side. If you need to go back to child's pose, go back to child's pose. You can always stretch your back out. Okay, bend your knees. Now this is an option. If you're not going to come into this, then simply repeat what you did, do a cobra pose. But if you can reach back and you can catch your feet, then reach back and catch your feet. And you could stay right there, or we could start to lift it. We'll come up on an inhale, open your chest, and down on an exhale. Again, up we go, down. Inhale up, and down. Okay, one more time. Inhale up, and breathe right there. My physical apparatus containing the physical breakfast that I ate is not appreciating this posture. So I'm just going to stay real low and breathe. And that's the facts, kids. 2 more. Come on down when you're ready. On an exhale, and we will push ourselves back to child's pose for just a moment. Now I'm going to ask you to open your knees up wide. Your big toes are going to touch one another. I'm going to have a little sip of my tea. Okay, take a second in that child's pose, and then we're going to do one of my favorite twists. Many of you know it. I call it the arm wrestling twist because it kind of looks like an arm wrestle is going to begin. So, if you just put your forearms down onto the ground, you've got the Sphinx in your forearms, you've got your butt back on your heels, your knees are wide. Now we're going to take the right arm and I'm going to move it over to the left side of my mat. If you have to look at this, take a moment and check it out. My right elbow goes towards the left side of my mat like I'm going to arm wrestle somebody, hence the name, arm wrestling twist. Palm in palm, and then start to relax that right shoulder down towards the ground, using the power of my hands to create rotation in the part of your back that's called the thoracic spine. That's the part of your spine that has ribs attached to it. Okay, that's the most difficult part of your spine to get rotation in, but it's where we're targeting right now. So we're going to hold it for 5 more breaths or so. And I want you to think about extending the crown of your head forward on the inhale. And then as you exhale, think of just minute rotation in the vertebra that have ribs attached to them. So very, very minute rotation. And then inhale, lengthen again. Good. Okay, come on all the way back. The part of your spine that has ribs attached to it is very, very, very stable as opposed to your lower back or your neck. Take your left hand, bring it over towards the right side of your mat. Palm and palm. Start to drop your left shoulder. Don't expect huge rotation. You're not going to turn like an owl. We'll take about 3 more. Very good. Okay, slowly come on. All the way back up to the center, everybody. Come onto your hands and your knees. Give me a few cat-cows. And then I'll give you a little balancing pose that's still within this kind of back bending and twisting theme that we've got going here. I'd like you to extend your right leg back and up, please. Try taking your left arm alongside you first. So that would be the beginning. And this is a really good strengthener for your back. You've got your core engaged. I'm going to have you bend your right knee. And if you can do this, your left hand will come back and catch your right foot. Now, if you can't do that, you got to maybe keep both hands down on the ground and just bend the knee. If you do catch the foot, kick it back, lift it up, look forward, and slowly bring it down. Knee down, take your left leg, reach it back and up. Try taking your right arm up alongside you. Good. Bend your knee, reach back. Maybe you can catch your foot. And slowly release it down. Again, cat-cow, 2 or 3 times. And then Ustrasana, camel pose. So I'm going to have you take your mat, fold it back maybe once or twice. I have a double mat, so I'm just going to fold the top mat back 1 time. That'll be enough padding for my knees. You do what works for you. So I'm going to get my knees down underneath my hips. Nice strong legs. It's like I'm squeezing in on, if I had a soccer ball between my knees, I'd be kind of squeezing in on that ball. Take your hands, reach them up to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers, undo your index, go for that nice big open back bend. And then some of us will take our hands back. If you need to look at me, check it out. I'm going to put my hand on the small of my back, put my hand on the small of my back, squeeze it, lift the chest, open the heart, and a nice camel pose. And then some of you finally may reach back and go all the way to your heels, continuing to open the breastbone, open the heart. And slowly, all the way up, please. Whew. Really, really good, yes? Take a second, let's sit back in child's pose. In fact, you know what? Let's come onto our backs. Let's come onto our backs. If any of you are absolute headstand lovers, you might go into your headstand now. Otherwise, onto your back, everybody. Start with your knees into your body. And in one moment, we'll move into shoulder stand if we choose, or a variation on shoulder stand that I'll give you. So you've got your knees in. If you put your hands down by your side, fingertips in the floor, roll it back, support the back, and you just simply take the legs up. That is shoulder stand. If you're not going to do that, maybe you'll stay sitting on your hands. So I've kind of brought my thumbs together, my index fingers are touching, my butt is on my hands, my legs are up to the ceiling. That feels really good too. So choose your position. Good. Now, anyone who might be in headstand, maybe you're going to start to come down onto your back. If you're in shoulder stand, maybe you're going to bend your knees to your forehead, potentially even dropping your feet over your head towards plow pose. And then from there, slowly starting to make your way all the way down onto the ground, hugging your knees into your body. We'll all meet on our backs, right ankle crossing over your left knee. Hugging that left knee into the body, thread it up. Let's get our hip opener for just a couple of breaths here. So pulling that leg in, I want to flex my feet. Now, as you're lying down right now, where is your energy at? Where is your mind at? Where is your focus at? Can you just have this kind of soft, neutral focus where you're so open, where you're just really pregnant with possibility, pregnant with energy? Let's go to the second side. So again, your physical apparatus is the flower of non-physical life force energy. You are empowered through your focus to flow that energy however you want. You have unlimited access to unlimited energy. How will you flow it? And you can't do it wrong, so, it's unlimited. You just have to change your focus. When you realize you don't like how you're flowing the energy, change your focus. That's empowerment. That's freedom. One more inhale. Exhale, put your feet down on the ground. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Take your hips, lift them up, bridge pose. Let's take 3 more. And 2 more breaths. Good. Last one, in and out. Come on all the way down onto your back. Now, aren't you feeling good right now? Let's see how we're doing here. Okay, we're going to pretty much wrap this up with a twist. If anybody needs to move into a wheel pose, if you want that full back bend before you do your twist, that's fine. What I'm going to suggest for the twist is this. Bring your feet together so that they're touching one another, your knees are touching one another, and then cross your right leg over your left leg, kind of like you're sitting in a small chair. Cross your right thigh over your left thigh. Before you twist your knees to the left, pick up your hips and move them about 3 inches to the right. And then drop your knees to the left. All that's going to do is give you a little bit more rotation into the pose. Right leg on top of left. Now, if you don't like that, very simple correction. Uncross your legs. It'll be lighter. Good. Now notice your level of trying right now. Are you trying? Are you forcing? This is where you want to just absolutely soften. Good. One of the things we've been doing during the COVID has been working on making bread, like so many people, learning how to make bread. Be like that dough. It's soft. It's got structure. It's got shape. But you kind of pull it and you stretch it. It's not like trying to stretch a brick. It's like stretching dough. Let's go to the other side. Bring your feet together. So softness incorporated into it. That was our theme yesterday, softness. Cross your left thigh over the right thigh. Take your hips to the left. Drop your knees to the right. Oh, left arm out to the left. But today is empowerment, freedom, choosing how you'll flow the life force energy through your apparatus, through your focus. One of the things my teacher always says is, you're so free you can choose bondage. You're so free you can choose bondage. How do you flow the energy through your focus? Is it binding you or is it liberating you? Come on back through the center. Don't we feel good? If you don't, your microphone's off. I can't hear your reply. So stretch your legs straight on the ground. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. Put a nice, gentle smile on your face. There's so much power energetically in a smile. It doesn't have to be fake. It doesn't have to be huge. Begin by lifting the corners of your mouth ever so slightly. And as you do, feel the radiance, feel the energy of a smile through your face. Feel what it's like to be happy now. Feel what it's like to be at ease now. What it's like to be at peace now. Go ahead and take a nice breath in and out. We've got a very speedy clock today. It's just speeding. But we did take ourselves through a full, beautiful, balanced yoga class. Come on all the way up to sitting. Again, feel great right now, and then move into the next moment and feel great, and move into the next moment and feel great. Realizing that you are free to focus wherever you want. You are empowered to focus wherever you want. Hands together at your heart. We'll finish with the mantra Om. Take a nice breath in. Om. Rub your hands together, make them warm. Take the warmth over your head and your body. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up.